Mount Washington in New Hampshire stands over 6,200 feet. Exposed to the elements, it's the spot where the record for the highest wind ever observed by man occurred back in 1934, which stood for nearly 62 years. It's known to have the worst weather in the world. Standing between myself and the top, the famed Tuckerman's Ravine. A glacier cirque, which resembles a natural bowl or amphitheater, is one of the most challenging ascents to get to the top of Mount Washington. This proved to be my hardest hike to date. Snow, powerful wind, steep slopes, all posed very real threats to my physical safety, and the unrelenting descent, slippery rocks, covered by wet leaves, tested my patience and my will. So buckle up as we take on Mount Washington. After just coming off of a trip from the Berkshires, I was looking forward to a backpacking trip out to the Presidentials, a range of mountaintops in the northern part of the White Mountains, named after, well, you guessed it, the Presidents of the United States. I didn't know it at the time, but I was definitely overzealous in my original aspirations. So naturally, check the forecast, and there's rain, but it's all just in that one spot right above the White Mountains. That's it. That's the only spot it is. That's kind of crazy. So, slippery rocks maybe, hopefully not. So we'll find out when we get there. It's gonna be exciting though, that's for sure. So you guys might get a nice rainy hiking video. So we'll find out. As I kept driving, I saw the rain clouds in the distance getting larger as I drew ever closer to them. As I continued on, I passed through some small towns offering up places to stay, and some restaurants offering some thirsty reprieve for wayworn travelers. A rain cloud just came through and had to dump all this rain like right here, just before I got here, but I guess that's better than being out there and getting dumped on, so that's a good thing. Trying to look on the bright side. Now, I arrived a bit late in the day, and my original plan was to actually hike up to Hermit Lake, camp there for the first night. From there, I would travel up Tuckerman's Ravine to the top of Mount Washington, and work my way clockwise until I reached the Osgood tent site and spend my second night there, looking forward to a relatively flat 4 to 5 miles back to the car. Alright guys, so a little bit of a change of plans. I got to the trailhead where there's the AMC center, and they advised me not to go up to the other camping spot in the middle of the night. It was about, well, not the middle of the night, but it was dark out when I got here. So they advised me not to do that. Instead, they suggested that either I'd go grab a hotel nearby, or there's a spot called Square Ledge, which is about a half a mile hike. The problem is it's like the opposite direction. It's not really the direction I have to go. So instead of doing a half a mile, or instead of doing 2-3 miles into the hike like I had originally planned, I did a half mile in like the opposite direction, and I'll have to do the half mile and then everything that I was gonna do tonight, tomorrow morning instead. So tomorrow is going to be a very long day. But I got my camp set up here as best I could. I found like a little nook to settle in, but heck of a view, that's for sure. So I can't wait to show you guys that tomorrow morning. But yeah, so that was the plan. Got foiled a little bit, but that's okay. That's what it's all about, being flexible while you're out here. At least there's a backup plan. All right guys, well, have a good night. Day 1, half a mile hiked roughly. So yeah, have a good night. Friday morning, guys. It's about 6:30 right now. Woke up to rain, so now I hear it's calming down a little bit. So I'm gonna try to pack up real quick and hit the road while the rain is supposedly stopped. I have no service, so I can't check the radar yet, so I don't know what it's gonna look like when I open up the doors here. It might look really bad, I'm not sure, so I guess we'll find out. Coming down the mountain now.
There was a girl there taking photos when I woke up, so I didn't feel like taking a video at that point. But I'm on my way back down the mountain now, the half a mile or so back to where the trailhead starts. We'll see how much I can get done today. It is supposed to rain right around 10 o'clock, actually. There's a 50% chance. And then there's a slight chance basically the whole entire day, which, with the way things are going, that probably means it's going to be the whole entire day. All right, I'll let you know how it is. Peace out, guys. Well, so far it's a heck of a climb. Basically just like a nice steady grade up rocks, pretty much. That's where I'm at right now. I'm about a mile and a half in, give or take. It's raining out, like a slight drizzle, but enough to get everything wet. So I bought a rain cover at the store here, put that on my bag. Bought a garbage bag or a plastic bag for the camera. So that's put away right now. Right now I'm using the phone, and I'm probably using this for the rest of the trip until the rain stops. Well, maybe not just because of the rain, as you'll find out later. I'm gonna hit the trail. We'll see you guys at the top. Thank you to the woman who lent me her ND filter so I could snag this amazing photo. So far it's living up to its name. It's definitely a hard hike. Basically been going uphill the whole time over rocky stuff like that. I know that that part doesn't do it any justice. Steepest part is yet to come. Right now though, I'm almost at the where I would have camped the first night. I guess that's a good thing I didn't do it last night. Having to do all this in the dark would have been sketchy at best. It's snowing right now. More like a light sleet than a snow. Oh, we're gonna keep going. There's a sign for Hermit Lake Shelter and the caretaker's cabin, and the Tuckerman Ravine Trail, which is that's gonna be a brutal uphill for sure. So just past some of the cabins, and oh, this is opening up. Wow. Wow. What a view. It also makes me realize I have a long way to go. I also don't think there's gonna be a view at the top either, judging by the way this looks. Oh well, we're gonna keep going. I'll get a view somewhere. I mean, hell, this is a view right now. The view from Hermit Lake up Tuckerman's Ravine showed a glimpse of the daunting task yet ahead. I'd be lying if I said this didn't energize me a bit more though. After ascending just a bit further, I was rewarded with an amazing view looking back. But due to the worsening weather, it would be the last one on this ascent to the top of Mount Washington. Bad news though is I broke my camera. Either it's the lens or it's the body. I'm hoping it's the lens because that was a kit lens that's not terribly expensive. What happened was this clip right here, I guess I didn't have it clipped in all the way, and when I went to bend down to pick up my trekking pole, the camera fell off and smashed on a rock. And for sure the lens itself is stuck. I guess all the lenses in there are distorted and caught, so you can't turn the photo zoom at all. You can't turn this, so that's why I think it's the lens. I don't think it's the body at all. I have another lens in my backpack, so it's not really good for any of the trail here. It wasn't really good for any sort of photos or videos on that. So most of the videos on the Tuckerman's Ravine here are basically done on my cell phone. But when I get to the top, I'm gonna put the 100 to 300 millimeter lens on this camera, try it out, make sure and that the camera still works. But anyway, that was just me taking a break because this is a steep climb without a doubt. And I'm warmed up now. So it was cold down there, but now I'm warmed up just from that climb. Crazy steep, very dangerous too, so bear that in mind. If you're not an experienced hiker, I would not recommend doing that. maybe on the best of days it'd be okay, but when it's slick like this, no way. Definitely don't. I won't even try it. I can't really say that because I tried it. But I at least have some experience, so and I was very careful the whole way. So yeah, if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it. I felt comfortable enough. I didn't really slip at all the whole way up here because I was very careful with my footing. Also had the trekking pole, which helps out quite a bit. But all right, I think I'm almost done with this Tuckerman Ravine and then on to Mount Washington. So I actually hear people down there. All right, let's keep this going. Welcome to the Alpine Zone. Thought I was in the Alpine Zone already. Here we got Tuckerman Ravine. So that was only a mile. That whole trail was only a mile. That's insane. At this point, the icicles gave way to wind-blown frost, and cold running water traded places with snow-covered rock piles. I think I finally made it to the top. That was brutal. So cold, rocks everywhere. Man, kind of crazy. I'm only 4.1 miles in. Been going at for about 5 hours. So if that gives you any idea about the speed. I'll know for next time for sure what it's like, and I can plan it a little bit better. But I'm gonna head to somewhere here. We came across somebody coming down the trail, and they said that there's hot food somewhere in this area. So I'm gonna go check that out. Whew. That's reassuring. I managed a quick photo op at the summit before I stopped for a rest at the visitor center. which offered a welcome break from the bitter cold winds. After talking to the ranger there, I decided for a change of plans yet again. I'm on my way back. I had to abandon my plan that happened in the way. Had to be smart about it, had to take another path back. The way I went up was way too steep to go back down, so I'm going another way. It's a little bit longer, but it's not nearly as steep, so I feel it'll be a lot less dangerous at that point. And then I also get to hit another viewpoint on the way. Viewpoints, I guess. Alright, keep going. It's getting cold out. As soon as we get to the tree line, the wind stopped. So it's eerily quiet now. Okay, so started the descent from what's the name of this thing? Boot Spur. The wind seems to have died down at least a little bit, which is a good thing. But now I gotta go down all that. So just so you know, this is level right now. that's downhill. So taking my time. Actually, this might be a better view right there. You can see the slope kind of behind me. That way. There we go. Not as bad as Tuckerman's Ravine, but still pretty steep, so I gotta be careful. On the bright side though, this path is much more doable. And then once I'm at the bottom of this, I'm back at the car, and then I can find some hot food and head back to. I was ready to say head back to Bethlehem, but head back to Massachusetts and be happy that I did what I did. And be thankful that, hopefully at that point, knock on wood somewhere, that I get back safe. That's the big thing. And really, I just want to be warm right now. I want something warm. It seems like the wind picked back up. Alright, time to go. It's really cool. You can see the fog hitting there's a ledge right here. And it just hits it, just comes up over it. That's really cool. Oh, you can see some sun back there. Oh, the mountains back there. Look at that. That's so cool. Oh, it's starting to open up. Oh. That'll breathe new life into you. Seeing that. I know it's super windy, but I can see my campsite, or my car parking spot down there. It's right there. That's the spot where my car is parked. That's where the visitor center is. And that's where I started this hike. The end is in sight. I see it. So that's where I'm going. So the last part of the trail so far has been like this. A little piney, but that's okay. You can hear the wind, but at least now I don't feel it. Alright guys, hopefully the descent is over. That was the most agonizingly slow descent I have ever been on a hike. Mostly because all the rocks are wet, my shoes are still wet. Towards the bottom here, this last maybe quarter of a mile or so, ended up being, well, I mean you can see there's leaves everywhere, so when you have wet leaves on top of wet rocks, it makes for a very nasty time. Hopefully that's the end of it. But at least I got boards here. Catch up with the guys in a little bit. Oh, and as you can see, it's dark out now. Alright, at least something useful to help you get down the rocks. We're on the home stretch. It's finally starting to become real. The descent is almost over. I'm almost back to the car. And then from there, I just have to figure out what I need to do after that. I mean, I need to change, that's for sure. and I need to find food. And then I'm guessing after that, I'll probably head back to the Boston area. Feels good that that's almost done. Then we'll get to the car, and then we'll be done. Alright guys, see you at the car. So for now though, I'm gonna get driving.
To continue on I-95.
Yes sir, Google. Being that it's the morning, I'm expecting there to be a lot of traffic.
To continue on I-95.
Yeah, from there.
Continue on I-95 for
Oh my
35
God,
miles.
Google, I get it. It's a straight road. You don't have to give me these instructions all the time. Well, that's very helpful. Oh my God, there's boards. There's actually something to walk on that's not a freaking rock. My knees don't know how to function right now. They don't know what to do. This is new to them. This guy's riding a bike in this cold. That's insane. You can see the sun's out right now. I ended up staying at a hotel because I was just way too tired to drive back. I stopped at a Mexican place, got some food. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoy the views and the torture that I put myself through for you. But seriously, I appreciate you guys tagging along, watching the video, staying through to the end. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate your support. So do me a favor, like, comment, share the video with friends, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, just so that you get to see me go through these crazy things. We all love that, right? Don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you're notified when I post new videos. And that's it. Peace out, guys. It's good to be back.